Ooh, jeez. Camera right up in my face. Hey guys. Wow. What a great way to start. It's Amy. This video is kind of dedicated, well it is dedicated to, Daniel. Now, I wasn't really gonna do this because I didn't know the guy at all in real life except for watching his videos, and I felt like it wasn't my place. Like I shouldn't do anything I didn't know him personally. But I was talking to a friend. Well, this situation, let me scope this out a little bit because I'm a little nervous. Like I said, I felt very uncomfortable with the idea of making something a tribute, but there's a story behind this. During the time I found out I was home alone, my family was on vacation, I was watching the house and the animals, and something kind of happened. We all know that Daniel attempted suicide and eventually was taken off life support. And I hate repeating it. I don't want anyone to like read it because it's not easy. Even if you didn't know him personally, it wasn't easy to find out someone that you looked up to is gone. So during that time I was home alone. I have a friend named Julia, big fan of Mark's, big fan of Syndigo's, who ended up contacting me, and we talked. There was points where just we were in disbelief, and then we believed it, and we had to comfort each other. I took it hard, I did, but she definitely took it harder, and I'm not gonna go too into detail with it, but she's a huge YouTube fan. You know, it's not just Mark, it's not just Indigo, it's not just them, and she connects with them. They become, in her life, friends, supporters. So it really hit her hard. And I just remember texting her, and yeah. So during that time, you know, I called my mother, who was on vacation, and I asked her what it meant to have to be taken off of life support, and what brain dead really meant. And my mom told me, and I remember sobbing on the phone because it really hurt to know that happened. And you know, I've never lost anyone that I knew. I've never had a friend die of suicide, and my sister has, and to kind of know what that was kind of like, even though I've never really met Daniel in real life, and to kind of understand what that meant. And I felt guilty for feeling this way because I didn't know him. And then I remember telling a friend that, like I just remember telling my friend Julia that, the one that connected with me, and she said, when you are a fan, it's like you become friends with them. So she said, Amy, you technically lost a friend. And that killed me. And you know, there are times when I still feel like I shouldn't be feeling this way, it's not my place. And then I just remember something that I've learned to say is that you have the right to feel what you feel, and it's a little hard to allow myself to do that. So afterwards, me and my friend Julia got extremely close because we both were in pain, and we both were, you know, were afraid to be alone in feelings. We also both were afraid that people would say, well, you didn't know the guy, so you shouldn't be feeling this way. So we confided in each other. And Julia You know, is a huge fan of YouTube, and she just sat down with me and said, Amy, I want to do skits. You know, not just as a tribute to Syndigo and what they had, but just as a way of living the life that you want to live. And I said, yeah, I'm a little insecure on camera at this point. You guys know that I had surgery and I'm losing very slowly. Well, not very slowly, very quickly, but, you know, I'm in the beginning stages, so I'm not quite there yet. And she said, you know, Amy, it's actually a very good thing, because people are going to see you drop weight, and you'll have that under your belt. And she said it would kind of also be like a hero thing, and I'm just like, a hero thing? And she said I'd be a hero of the group. And that's pretty much Julia. You know, me and her are talking, and she wants to, you know, she wants to help me do my hair, because that's always a huge change when you get the surgery. Is the first thing you do is stick your hair, and I'm getting the ombre coloring. It's kind of like blonde, kind of like this, but it's going to be all blonde and like dark, gradually dark near the roots. It's a really great look. I'm going to be doing that to my hair, and then I'm going to be cutting it and styling it differently from what I normally do. So the next time we see each other, we're going to be sitting down, she's going to be doing my hair, and we're going to be discussing what exactly we're going to do. I have a couple of skits in mind, she has a couple of skits in mind. We actually did a skit, and we want to redo it and re-edit it, because we could not stop laughing, because we're not trained professionals. So we're going to be trying this entire thing so out of our elements, but we both love to laugh. We're both funny people, and we always get along, and we have these great ideas, so we're really looking forward to it. I can't wait to discuss it more with her. So why this is really attributed to Daniel is not because I talked about his death, but really because of what it brought. And I hate saying that, because it means like, it was good that no, it wasn't good. But what came out of it in my life is I got closer to a friend, and it's going to help me do things that I really wanted to reach for in the first place. I've always wanted to do comedy sketches ever since I've watched Syndigo, ever since I've watched Smosh back in my earlier years, like 2006 probably I started watching them. So to be able to do something like this was pretty amazing. And I remember the day that they passed, and I found out that, you know, it was okay to feel the way that I feel, because it was like losing a friend, because it technically was losing a friend. You really do connect with these people online, even though you don't get to really talk to them. They become a huge part of your life. I wrote and I said, there was this quote in a video game, and it was the funniest thing to be quoting, because of the video game it comes from, and it's Dynasty Warriors 5. And it was my favorite character, Sun Jang Jang. I think I'm saying that right. In the ending, over Lubu, she's Liu Bei, not Lubu. Liu Bei, she says, "I will live a life worthy of your memory." I've never had the opportunity to really use this line, and when I finally got to say, you know, I can live a life worthy of someone's memory, it really changed, and I started reaching for goals. And to know that I've had the surgery makes it easier for me to say I'll be able to live a life worth of anyone's memory. So yeah, this is, you know, they always say through death there's life, and I think that I'm not the only one who's been not only touched in life by the friends that comforted me, but also just touched by the opportunities that it has given me. And And I never want to use this as an excuse for anyone to say suicide is good. It's not good. It's, even if there is a positive, even if the most positive of people, me, because I'm very optimistic, finds a positive to it, it will never be enough to say that this is okay. Because it will never be. I try to find the good in things, but even with some kind of similar outline, there's still a center of gray. There's still a center of black. This was a very painful time for me and my friends. Despite it making us closer, despite it making us realize that we want to do the things that we want to do, it's still very painful. But you know, it really, I just want to say to people, don't give up. Because sadness really does come, and sadness really does go. And there will never be a situation where you can't get out of it. Trust me. Like, I've had this surgery, and I can't undo what has been done with my stomach, but people do work around their tools. So, I guess, in the end, you really can get out of a situation, even though it says you can't. Not that I'm gonna be doing that. No. Not until I'm, like, 3.5 years out. And then I'll try making a safe. But really, you have to find a purpose in life. And in a previous video, the day before I had my surgery, I made that video, and I said my purpose is to fight in order to live. And I never knew what living meant. Living means chasing after the things that you want. And I want this. I want to make people laugh. I've always wanted to do that. It's always a big thing that I wanted to do. And I want to be there and comfort my friend Julia in everything that she has to do. And I want to change my hair. And I want to lose weight. But I have to fight. I really do. So, as a talented man, as a musical artist, as a comedian, and as a very good friend to the people that he worked with, he also was kind of a therapist. In his passing moments, he became a therapist for a lot of people. I'm sure I'm not the only one who had this revelation of live a life worthy of living. Live a life worthy of living in someone's memory. And to be able to say that I can do that now is a pretty positive thing. So, I just, rest in peace. And for everyone who did know, even if it was just a video or knew him in real life, just be blessed by the passing moment that you did get to know someone like this, and that you did get to see him grow, and that you did get to be in his presence, and celebrate that. Don't look at it as like something that you lost. Look at it as something that you gained, something that you had. It's important. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye bye.